Hi everyone, welcome to the first succulent and cacti update for 2020. In preparation for this video, I went back to look at the last video that I made about anything to do with my succulents and cacti, and it seems like I haven't made a video more than a year, which is a kind of a failure on my part, so I really apologize for that. It's not that I haven't been keeping up with my succulents, it's just I haven't made a video about it. So today is the day that I will do that. So I want to start this update with some sowing of mesomyst seeds, and I've got some mesogarden. So this is the bucket that you see ahead is my mix for the seedlings. And on the left here we have all the pots and the seed packets, and on the right here we have my soil mix, and also the very important tool in this little project is the spoon. So in this pot we have the soil, just regular potting soil, and the white layer that you see there is the perlite. So to this mixture I'm going to add just some sand, maybe about the same ratio as the perlite. Okay, so I'm going to give this a good mix. Alright, so these are all the different plant seeds that I'm planning to pot up, just so that you see there and for my own records. And then we have the tags already written down there, and the little pots here. I like these because they're squarish and also they're glazed so they can retain moisture well. So when you first start them out, you have to make sure that they get a pretty good bit of moisture, which is kind of unlike the adult versions of these. Alright, so I'm gonna start spooning in all these with soil. Alright, so I finished filling up the pots with the soil mix. I'd say it's about 80% filled up. So what I'm going to do next is going to fill a very thin layer of sand on top of that, then the seeds, and then another layer of thin sand, just to sort of help anchor the seeds, because the seeds are very small and they could totally just like move about, especially like during watering time. So the top layer of sand will help with that. Alright, the first one is Mitrophyllum grande. Yeah, the seeds are super small. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but it sort of looks like just like a grain of sand, or even smaller than that. But yeah. Oh, the other thing that I forgot to mention is that these seeds were purchased from Mesogarden, and they have an online store where you can just order a whole bunch. Their catalog is massive. But yeah, I forgot to mention that I had these seeds for quite a while. I don't know how, how long they'll last, but we'll give it a try and see where that goes. Anyways, we're gonna try to. Well, some people mix this with a little bit of sand to help disperse them evenly. I don't even bother with that. I'm just gonna try to direct sow them. And I'm going to sprinkle on a little sand right away just to make sure it doesn't get blown away. Alright, in goes the tag. Next one up is another Mitrophyllum grande. I think it's a slightly different variety. I actually don't prefer doing this I prefer just buying the plant itself, but some of these are so hard to find, and if you do find them, they're extremely cost prohibited. Next one is Agariderma congregatum. I've had this plant before as an actual plant, but I've successfully killed them, so we're starting from seeds just as a fun project. Next one up is Agariderma delatii. I actually have this plant up in my bedroom, but I just want to have some more because they're fun. I love Agaridermas. I believe this particular variety is different from the one I have, though. It's supposed to have silvery white flowers. The one I have is yellow, so it is a little bit different. The next one up is Dendroranthus wilmotianus. Actually my favorite lithop, or actually my favorite mesomp type that I've always managed to kill, so I'm still gonna try it because it's my favorite. It seems as though I have a lot of duplicate seeds, but who cares? We're just gonna do them because per my past experience, they tend to die out quite a bit, so it's always good to have a good number of seedlings. That way it increases your chance of getting an adult plant. Here's another duplicate. It's another Mitrophyllum grande. Alright, the last two that I have are Gibeum gibosum. The other one is Gibeum heathii, variety Comptonii. So I'm going to finish up with that, and then I'm going to water them. Alright, so the next part is going to be quite a bit of a delicate operation. So I grabbed this, this is a drip tray for one of my huge terracotta pots, just to catch some waters in there. So these guys will need quite a bit of water initially, so I'm going to try to drench the pot as much as possible, and any water that remains in here will hopefully get sucked back up as well. So it's kind of delicate because you don't want to pour in water so quickly that it'll displace the tiny seeds in there. So you're gonna have to do really careful, or have to do really carefully. I think I'm just gonna fill the drip tray with water so that it'll soak some water from the bottom up, because pouring it on top seemed to displace quite a bit of sand, so I didn't want to do that. Actually, some of the pots are wicking up the water faster than I thought, so maybe I just slightly missed them on the top there. So I'm going to take these up to my bedroom, where I have all of my mesomp succulents up there on top of my dresser under grow lights, so just can monitor them a little bit more closely. Alright, so the pots are now under glass cloches. I've used these in the past to start things from seeds with good success. I'm doing it again. I placed these here in my bedroom so I can keep a closer eye on them, because the next few days they're going to need quite a bit of water, so I have to be on top of that. They're under LED lights. This is my Ray 44 unit from Succulents. I repurposed them from my Neos because they're outside at the moment. Along with those, I have some of my succulents up here, stuff that I need to sort of keep a more controlled environment where I can watch them a little bit more closely. The first one being here is the moonstone, the Pachyphytum ovivarum. That's variegated. If you recall, I bought a variegated Pachyphytum way back when, but it very quickly died, so I took some of the leaves that it had left and propagated them. So this is one of the results. As you can see, the variegation is not very strong, but it's there, so that's very very fortunate. I have some other ones that were propagated from the same plant, also from leaf. They lack the variegation, but I'm hoping that when they get more mature or bigger, those variegation will show up again, but we'll see. So along with those, I have some of my mesums succulents up here. Again, just to keep a closer eye on them. And just some other ones that are just kind of pretty to me. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple of things up here. Of course, we have some lithops. I forget the name of that. It's the baby toe, I think is the layman name for it. And then we have the Argyroderma dilatii that I said that I have. This is the plant, but I'm also growing them from seed as well. So it's putting out a new set of leaves right now. It tried to bloom over the winter, but didn't really had any success. You can see the spent, I guess you call that a flower stem. I don't know what you call that. But anyways, we got the new leaf right there, looking pretty good. Variegated. What is this called? Anyways, I'll put the name on the screen so you can see that later. This one, also forget the name of it, but I think it's a pachyphytum or something. Anyways, it's in dormancy right now, so there's nothing to see. It's one of those caudex developing plant. This one, it's called Energonth something. It's doing well. Just been chugging along. Nothing to report there. This is my jade plant that's variegated, Chrysula ovata. It's been doing really well now that I've kept it here over the winter, and for the longest time it's just been struggling. It keeps shedding leaves, and I don't know what to do with it, but for whatever reason it's liking what the environment that it's under. I guess it prefers, maybe, I think maybe it doesn't like extreme heat that we have here, along with humidity. Maybe it prefers something a little more milder, I'd say. I don't know. It's definitely milder in my bedroom for sure. I can give it light without giving it heat as well. So I'm hoping that will do it. Here is my bear paw. Again, struggled over the winter for some reason. Very much unlike in the previous year, was doing great. Still in the bear pot. So yeah, this is just my collection that I forgot to talk about the mesums. I don't know what the name of these are. This was a no ID that I purchased from Lowe's. This is the split rock. This is another split rock, but it's the royal flesh one. So it's supposed to have a very purplish color, but it lost it because I think the heat made it lost its color. It should, turn redder once the temperature cools down, but we are in the midst of warming up right now as it moves into spring. This is one of my, I can barely see it, but it's still alive in there. I thought it was a goner until I watered it and it plumped back up. This is a Conophytum bilobum as it's labeled. I started this one from seed, but just from looking at the form of it, I don't think that's what it is, but I could be wrong. But I'm just still watering it and taking care of it as if it's still alive, and it came back. Let's see if I can get a closer look, but you can barely see the tiny bit of green in there. Lithops. Most of my lithops are no ID, except for that one that is Caras montana, I think. Same as that, and same as that. This one we think is a Leslieii. Sprouting new leaves there. Don't know what that is, but it's also sprouting new leaves. So, unlike in the previous year, I tried to water them a little bit more. I think I've been neglecting them way too much, and some of them get really wrinkly. But of course, I have to be super careful about overwatering with these guys. So far so good. Oh, this one I started from seed. This is I've lost the tag of it, but these have bunny ears. They've grown quite a bit, and it's very densely packed in there. But of course, like I said, the names will always be in the screen if I have it.